Hello, welcome back. Today I have for you an Auckland Libraries book haul. So today I picked up 4 books, 2 fiction, 2 non-fiction from my local. So let's get into it. So the first one I got is Jeanette Winterson, Art and Lies. So I heard about this book because it was recommended by the YouTuber Dakota Warren. And let me just read the blurb. Art and Lies is a question and a quest. 3 voices brought together in a single place in a single day. Handel, Picasso, Sappho. Which ones? Each separate through the structure of their language or united through the structure of the book. Which one? Okay, so I think it's about those 3 famous people, and I'll be honest, I don't really know heaps about their lives. So I hope I understand all the references in it. Maybe not, but it might teach me a little bit more about them. Or maybe it's actually not about them, but people who have been named after them. Potentially. I can't remember. I guess I'll find out. So that is Art and Lies. The second fiction I picked up is P.G. Wodehouse, Barmy in Wonderland. A penniless Englishman falls in love with a lively American girl, loses her, finds her again, is rejected, but finally discovers true love with her after many comic adventures. In Barmy in Wonderland, this classic plot of 1920s musical comedy, so familiar to Wodehouse from his own stage works, becomes the basis for a brilliant satire on theatrical life. Featuring monstrous producers, vain film stars, impossible critics, temperamental actresses, a whole chorus of sharply drawn minor parts. This is one of Wodehouse's most enticing later novels. Okay, so this book was written in... I'm confused. It said this is written in the 20s on the back, but then it was first published in 1952. So maybe it's only just set then. So yeah, it says that it's supposed to be very funny, and I wonder how much the humour still translates today and translates to someone not in the UK but in New Zealand. I wonder how much I would find funny. But yeah, I picked up this book only because a librarian at my local recommended it. So that's why I got it. So I look forward to reading that. The next one I got is the 100 Years' War on Palestine, A History of Settler Colonialism and Resistance, 1917 to 2017 by Rashid Khalidi. So this book, yeah, as it says in the title, is about what's been going on in Palestine, the various wars. I've read the introduction chapter, and you sort of learn a little bit about the author, like where he's coming from. So he is a scholar at Columbia University in New York, and he comes from a line of Palestinian academics in like a sort of upper class. Like he first talks about one of his relatives who was alive in 1876 and was the mayor of Jerusalem at one point, among many other things, and talks about his correspondence with one of the founders of Zionism, and that's sort of where it starts, and then where it's going to go. The different chapters are going to outline different sort of crucial time periods. So yeah, I'm really interested in spending more time thinking about this part of the world, and also what it means from one colonial country to another. Here I am. I mean, I'm already seeing some sort of parallels between narratives that one colonial country uses and some similar ones get used here, so that's interesting. My battery's going to die, so let's see what else I can say. I also found this book here, The Art Public, a short story. It explains who the audience of artworks have been. I feel like a lot of the time as contemporary artists we assume that our audience is kind of just the general public, but actually the general public, there's a lot of people who are totally uninterested and don't care and don't think that contemporary art is important. It's sort of a little bit elitist, a little bit sort of You have to be in a particular intellect or have had a certain amount of exposure already to be able to look at contemporary art and not go, what the heck is this? Why isn't it it? You know, even so much long after modernism, I still hear people go, oh, what, that's not like a very realistic painting, it's not very good. You know, this is like, people now still think that. So I'm hoping that this book sort of discusses this idea. And yeah, those are the 4 books I picked up at Auckland Libraries. Check out your library, there could be some gems in there too. And I'll let you know what books I actually finished and which ones I abandoned.